One of the hardest things to regain after a narcissistic relationship is trust. And this is a very vital ingredient in a relationship, in any type of relationship, whether it's a friendship, whether it's a partnership, or within a family member. Trust is something that the narcissist takes from you because you got into this relationship with them, but how could you have got it so wrong? And you tend to blame yourself. So I'm going to be talking about this in the video, how you deal with trust issues after a narcissistic relationship. Hello everyone and welcome back. I hope that you're all doing really well. So I really felt called to make this video to talk about how do you trust after being in a narcissistic relationship, because look, let's face it, the narcissist destroys that. They take that away from you. Okay, and I really, in this video, I want to help empower you, okay, so that you don't stay stuck thinking that you can't make connections with other people, that you can't be friends with others, that you can't invite other people around you, because look, not everybody is narcissistic. It literally is anywhere between 1 to 5% of the population. So please don't think that you are never going to be able to trust your own judgment and be able to invite other people into your life around you. This video is really for you if you are in this position. But my friends, before I go into the video, I just want to mention that I do go live on this channel every Tuesday. Come on over, guys. It's absolutely free. We do have a vibe when we're in this live, and the community are really great as well. Maybe you have a question or there's something on your mind. Come on over to the live, because who knows, your question might get answered. Please do check the community tab, because I do post on there when I'm going live and the topics that we will be discussing. I really hope to see you there. Okay guys, so rebuilding your trust after being in a narcissistic relationship, a really abusive relationship that takes so much from you, but particularly so much of your own integrity and also your identity. And so you're left thinking to yourself, well, how did I get it so wrong? Like, how could I not see that this person is or was a narcissist to me and was very abusive to me? The first thing that I'm going to say to you is acknowledge and validate your feelings. All right, let's just look at that. All right, so validating your own feelings is by really understanding them, really connecting to you. And this can be done through journaling. This can be done by talking with other people that you trust. This is about just unleashing or talking about or releasing, you know, those thoughts and those feelings, that things that you have thought about. You see, the thing is, you are never going to see that the narcissist was a narcissist right at the beginning. I mean, look, they are master manipulators. They are the best actors. I mean, seriously, you are never going to know that actually this person is like this. They are predatory. They mask things. They create this illusion. And that's what they did. They tried to hide all of this from you so that you would never see through the veil, see through the mask. And they kept you staying there through manipulation, through gaslighting, and through their lies. They kept love bombing you. So you're thinking they're this nice person, but really behind your back or to your face even, they are nasty and they have this agenda. So how are you going to see it when someone is lying to your face? If you don't have all the information in front of you, how are you going to know? You're not going to know. And this is the thing. You need to validate this, that actually you did the best that you could with the situation, with the information that you had. I also would urge you to perhaps maybe seek support or seek kind of guidance from someone who understands, someone who is a professional, someone who, you know, is going to help you understand those thoughts, understand those things that you are feeling. Because you don't have to do this alone. You don't have to be this super person that, you know what, that goes through this alone. And there's no shame in this. A lot of people, you know, especially like in my client work, kind of say to me, oh, Anushka, you know, how did I not know? It's really quite embarrassing that I didn't know. And I always say, guys, how are you supposed to know? When someone is showing you the color blue, how are you going to know they're the color red underneath that when you are seeing blue? I hope that makes sense, because it's like what I'm trying to say is that they hide this. They don't want to show you it. They hide this. And that is what they do. At the core of it, it's all about hiding who they are. They don't want you to see the truth because you're going to run away. They don't want you to run away. They want you to keep staying with them and giving them validation, giving them your love, your support, your energy, your life force energy. So they're going to mask that. They're not going to show you this. They're going to try and charm you and manipulate you into staying. So what you have to validate here is that you are in an abusive situation. And there's no shame in that. Doesn't mean that you're weak or you're emotionally vulnerable. It doesn't mean that at all. What you can do is empower yourself by seeking the knowledge, getting the information, getting the validation that you need to help you, to propel you to go forward. Another aspect of this is I need you to reflect. I need you to reflect on this past relationship or this past experience. Now, look, yes, it's been harrowing. Yes, it has been really damaging and awful. But what have you learned about yourself? What have you learned about you in this situation? You have learned that you are strong, that you are resilient, that you are clever, that you are insightful, and that you have seen through this. You know, you could have been someone that was stuck in this situation for another year, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then where would you have been? But instead, you are here. You are here right now. You are watching this video, all right? And you are taking the steps into understanding what has happened. But another thing that this situation or this relationship or this person has taught you is that you are resilient, that you are amazing, and that you are insightful. And I need you to remember this. Look at those things, okay? Learn from this, because every relationship or every experience that we have, we got to learn from it. We got to see the positives. Yes, I know this was a horrible, nasty, negative experience. Yes. But learn from it. What is it that you've learned about you? And you've got to take these nuggets of information. What is it that you could have done differently? Does it help you to understand your triggers? Is this something that you need to work on? Because once you understand your triggers, someone else is not going to be able to control you through your triggers. And that is what is important here. Learn. And the other thing is take your time. Okay, take your time with all relationships, with all friendships, with all partnerships. Okay, you don't have to rush in to another relationship, into another friendship, into another partnership. Take a step back. Look at what is going on. Analyze what is going on. Okay, because in front of you, this person is presenting this person. And remember, not everybody is narcissistic. Not everyone is going to have an agenda. All right. So what you got to do is you got to take your time. Get to know this person, get to interact with them, get to know them. You don't have to suddenly put a label on something. Just understand what's going on, understand this person, learn this person. Does this person match up with their behaviors, what they say? So they say something, do their behaviors match up? Okay? And do they have good values, good principles, you know, good morals? Do they match yours and your way of thinking? There's no rush. Because what this will enable is for you to build that trust within yourself, to see that actually the situation that you were in with the narcissist was abusive and it was nasty and it was very predatory. So actually it wasn't your fault. It wasn't that you were meant to see something that you weren't meant to, or you didn't see it because it wasn't apparent. You didn't have all the information in front of you. So that is what is really important for you, my friends. Take your time, take a step back and really evaluate, look at what is going on in front of you. It's really important for you to also surround yourself with supportive people, people that are on your side, people that are your tribe. And I know that's really quite cheesy, but honestly, people who really care about you, who really want the best for you. So you can kind of take on that goodness, that good energy, that good vibe of those people. It is important for you to reconnect with others and learn how to interact with others, because the narcissist would have wanted to take that away from you. They would have isolated you so that you don't actually do this. This is very, very important on your healing journey, that you do interact with others, that you do take time to make connections or reconnect with those people that the narcissist didn't want you to or wanted you to stop seeing. Because connection is part of the healing process. Connection, because connection to yourself, connection to others. And you will quickly learn that actually you can trust these people, that having trust, being around others really helps you, okay, to be able to flourish, trust your own perceptions, trust your own feelings and thoughts without being judged. You know that you're safe around these people. And that is what is important here. Be around supportive people where you feel safe within yourself, but also feel safe to be able to express yourself. And the other thing that I wanted to mention here that is going to build trust for you is education. Educate yourself. Knowledge is power. All right, that's what you need to do to empower yourself. You have to bring that knowledge forth, okay? Because this will help you to understand your situation from a variety of perspectives. It will help you to become stronger in your knowledge. And this will help you to move forward, to know what has happened to you, what is happening now, and what will happen. Okay, and how you move forward. Having this information is empowering. And that's what you want to do, is you want to empower yourself to realize that actually, you know what? You're not this weak, you're not this vulnerable, insignificant person that the narcissist said that you are. No, you are more than that. All right, and that's what you need to start believing in you and connecting back to yourself, back to your heart space, okay? Because love for you and for others is the only way forward, okay? So know that you can move forward from this and you can rebuild your trust. It is something that definitely 100% can happen. And a lot of people in this community have been able to do that. So guys, if you are anyone that is going through this or have kind of related or any of the information has resonated with you, please know that I do offer one-to-one consultations. Please see the description box below. And if you are someone that perhaps maybe some of this information has resonated and you find yourself experiencing some of these things, please watch this video, click this link, because it explains more as to why this is happening for you. Okay, so I do have a mentorship, a journal club, and a Discord server, and if you're interested in joining any of these, please do see the description box below for the links. I'd love to see you there. Thank you so much for watching the video, and I hope to see you in the next one. Goodbye.